coin shop dealer says, don't be this guy. Never do what he did. This is shocking. I visited my local coin shop today and my head is still spinning because I'm watching people take enormous risks on silver and getting burned in a big way. I'm going to break this down to help you be ahead of the game. I want you to be prepared. My local dealer is not the smiling type of guy, and that's one of the reasons they'll never let me put him on YouTube. Today, he was smiling. He had a big cat ate the canary smile. He told me that a customer, someone he has known for years, just made a market-shaking purchase of silver, a ludicrous, a laughable amount. I mean, this guy bought so much silver, China is knocking on his door to get some back. I mean, that's what we're talking about. It was an enormous amount. Now, really, without disclosing the amount of silver he bought, look at it this way. He could have purchased easily a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with this amount of cash. I'm talking hundreds of thousands. And he ordered only, get this, he ordered only small single ounces. Like the largest quantity was 10-ounce bars. He kept it all small denominations. Now that's either brilliant or terribly stupid. I can't tell you which one it is. But I know your first thought was mine because I had the same thought. Why didn't you buy gold? When you crunch the numbers, and the more I think about this, it is a smart move. When you're talking, especially when you're talking about quantities that large, really silver has outperformed gold. And you could see this in the past 8 weeks. Gold had the first jump up. We waited for silver followed with a lag. And really, gold, every metric shows you. I mean, sometimes it's even as much as 5%, a 5% difference compared to the outperformance of silver compared to gold. So that's just in the past 8 weeks. Now, there's many instances throughout the past 30, 40 years where you could see the same thing. So it really does outperform. Although that really is hard to wrap our mind around because we all want that gold. Now, I told you my head was spinning because in the same breath, my dealer showed me a monster box of American Silver Eagles. You need to learn this lesson. You really need to learn this because first, this must be the year of the monster box because those of you that have been stacking as long as I have, you know, typically monster boxes are only purchased by dealers. But this year, the fear of missing out crowd has stackers going in and cashing out monster boxes left and right. This monster box that my dealer showed me, this monster box was brought in by a guy that bought it in 2012. That sounds great, right? That's the plan. He held it for 12 years. Many of us could that's our goal, that we're able to swap our fiat currency into this silver, like I'm holding here on your screen. We want to swap our fiat currency into this precious metal and not need to touch it. Just let it sit. Whether we hold it for a decade or 2 decades, that's a plan. If we have a great economic collapse, then we have this metal as real wealth. If we leave it to our kids, then we leave it to our kids. But that's the safe store of wealth. So this guy did this. He was an older gentleman. He held it for 12 years. And silver is at a strong price now, so he cashed out. But when you do the math, the guy bought the monster box during the fear of missing out jump in 2012. Right? 2012, silver prices were strong. And he spent around $29 an ounce, which means he cashed it out today. Today's silver price is about $30 an ounce. I mean, he basically could have just kept cash in his house somewhere. He didn't get any return. Now, I understand, and I'm like you, I agree. I'm not stacking silver for return on investment, but come on. If I put that much money, a monster box look at how much is in a monster box. We're talking about, 25 tubes? I mean, that is so much money from 2012 until now, and you have nothing to, you basically are flat, are even. It's not even, I couldn't even consider that cashing out because the phrase cashing out makes us think that we're getting something from all of this time. So again, I don't use silver as an investment, but we really need to understand this. And that's why my dealer was telling me, we need to look at the numbers. We need to really be aware that, yes, there are many reasons to go into silver. And one of them could certainly be that just a basic safe store of wealth. I want to get out of this fiat currency. I want to put my wealth into a metal that I can hold in my hand. I want that tangible asset. And I don't care what the price is presently. But as the years go on, Really, a monster box is so bulky and cumbersome. It takes up so much space. It's about, if you haven't seen it, it's about the size of 2 shoe boxes. I mean, it's a very large box of silver. And to keep that, you can't keep that in a safe in your home. You can't keep that in it. You can't even put it in a vault, if you're crazy enough to try to stick a monster box into a bank vault, in a safe deposit box. You can't. So it's just this big box in your home. This is why it's really, we really need to be conscious of how much we're going in and when we're going in. And then if you're going to cash out, I mean, we're at a point right now where this guy really, of course, I don't know what's going on in his life. I don't. I'm just hoping that, it's not something really terrible and he's really forced to cash out so badly. But according to my dealer, it didn't seem that way. If he could have held on for even just 3 to 6 more months, we're in such a great spot for silver right now. This is such an exciting moment for silver. It's just going to go up and up.